Hey guys, it's Tim here. So in the video today, I wanted to talk to you about winter, the Finnish winter, and what it's like to experience it coming from Australia, one of the hottest and driest countries in the world. And also Happy New Year, I'm finally back with a new video. I had a really nice break. I hope you guys did as well. And hey, since you're here watching the video, why not click subscribe? We are so close to 1,000 subscribers, so make sure you smash it and let's get there. I make videos all about what it's like to live in Finland as a foreigner, so I hope you're keen to stick around. So as I just said, I'm from Australia, which means that this whole winter experience is just something else for me. It's pretty hard to get two climates as far apart from each other as Australia and Finland. In Australia, there's not as many cozy fireplaces inside, like my fake one on the TV, but you're actually much more likely to have fires outside, as I'm sure you've all heard about recently, the devastating impacts that the bushfires have had in Australia. A few people have asked me how I'm doing with all the fires going on. I'm thankful that none of it has really affected my family. They live quite far away from them and they haven't experienced any damage. But there are so many people that have been affected. Many people lost their homes, and even there's been 25 or so firefighters that have died trying to stop the blazes. And as well as all that, I'm sure you would have heard about the many animals that didn't survive. I think it was like 500 million or something like that. So if you can and you haven't yet, I really would encourage you to donate to the fires. I'll leave a link for donating in the description below. But anyway, that's Australia. And today I wanted to talk to you about winter in Finland and try to answer the question, is this a winter wonderland or is it just gloomy, miserable and dark? Maybe the answer is a bit of both. Thankfully, most of the gloomy darkness and drizzle that November had has mostly gone, and also over winter I got a chance to visit some other parts of Finland outside of Turku where the weather was better as well. And seriously, I've just got to say, the winter is spectacular. Getting to wake up and look outside the window at the snow-covered trees and all the deep snow on the lawn, it's just amazing. It's the kind of stuff that before this I'd only ever seen in Christmas movies. This is the stuff that makes me say Finland has got to be the best winter wonderland. And if you want to come somewhere for an authentic winter experience, I definitely recommend Finland. You might just have to go up to Lapland to get the real thing. Sometimes down south it can be pretty wet instead of snowy. And this December and January has been unusually warm for Finland. At least so I've been told. The other great thing about the snow is that it really made Christmas come alive. Now, while I really missed my family a lot over Christmas time, it was nice to kind of have that more authentic, traditional Christmas experience with all the snow around here. It was really cozy to be inside, snuggled up beside the fireplace, a real one, not like this, and then getting to eat all the Christmas goodies, eating way too much, as we all do at Christmas time, drinking some warm drinks, and then looking outside and seeing the snowfall. And it kind of makes for that authentic Christmas experience. I've got to admit that it was a little bit unusual singing about a winter wonderland, dreaming of a white Christmas in Australia when it was like 30 degrees outside and you just wanted to be at the beach. So the next really awesome thing about winter in Finland is all the winter sports that you get to do. Just recently I went with Anni, my wife, and all of her family up to Vuogatti. And we got to spend a few days there skiing and snowboarding, doing some pulkamäki or tobogganing as it's called in English. So we're up there for a few days and it was just heaps of fun. But yeah, the skiboarding and snowboarding, it's probably like one of my favorite things in life to do. It's just such a rush getting to carve down the mountain. It feels really smooth. I'm not that good at it, it's still pretty average, but it's just heaps of fun and I like it every time I go. Oh, that was a bad one. I hope that while I'm living here, I can go enough times to eventually get decent at it, do some cool stuff on the jumps, and we'll see how it goes. The only problem with that plan though is that it's certainly not cheap. If you do know of any good skiing or snowboarding spots to try out, please let me know in the comments. Around Turku would be great, but all over Finland. Let me know where you've been. Also let me know what do you think are the best parts of Finland to visit during winter. I've been to Levi and Ruka before during winter time and they were just both pretty spectacular. The trip to Vuogatti was also just super nice because of how much snow they had up there. It really just transforms the whole landscape. Having the snow also makes up for how short the days are. Even though the sun's not up for so long, when there's snow covering the ground everywhere, everything is just so much brighter. We also got to celebrate New Year's while we were up in Vuogatti, which was lots of fun, and it's really great getting to set off your own fireworks which is something that we can't do in Australia, probably because of the fire risk. But yeah, there's plenty of great things about Finland in wintertime. So the massive amounts of snow that you get, especially up north, or maybe only up north, the winter sports that you can do, and just the cozy atmosphere. I mean, it's a nice change having all the different seasons there. I'm starting to understand that. And then I didn't mention this one before, but the Northern Lights, that's another spectacular part about winter in Finland. It's all these things that I reckon makes Finland best to visit during winter, especially if you come from a warm country like mine. The summer here is great too, but I think the winter is just a bit more unique compared to other countries. But now I've got to be honest, there's a few downsides about winter as well. And if you spend longer than a few weeks here, you probably will start to notice them. When I first came here a few years ago, I was only coming for about a month at a time. And I was coming from sunny summer in Australia and going back to that same sun. So it wasn't so bad to have that month without as much sun in Finland. I kind of was in the honeymoon phase all the time, just being amazed by everything. When you're on winter holidays too, you're always doing plenty, so you don't have that much time to get bored. For Christmas breaks, we go back to Seinäjoki, and most days we're doing something fun. So like a walk through the snow-covered forest, to Kota to roast some sausages, or we'll take the toboggans down the hill, or we'll hopefully do some skiing and snowboarding. And then of course, plenty of indoor activities as well, playing board games or video games with the family, going bowling, doing that sort of stuff. That is one of the downsides with winter though, is that lots of the winter activities you have to end up paying, even if you're doing stuff indoors, maybe especially. But now that I've kind of been here for the whole like end of summer into autumn and now winter, you really start to feel some of the weight of the downsides of winter. Just that persistent darkness, like it's weeks and weeks on top of each other back to back, seeing very little sunshine, being cold every time you go outside. Like your face just hurts to be outside. I'm really not used to that. And then obviously when you are doing normal life, you've got work or study during the day, which means that even for the few hours that the sun is up, you're often locked up in an office or something like that. By the time you make the trek home from work, the sun's already on its way down, if not in complete darkness already. I can remember a few weeks ago, after a really bad patch of overcast and dark days, seeing the sun finally come up, and I was just overjoyed. I never thought that I would have that kind of experience from seeing the sun. In Australia, if it's raining today, chances are it's going to be sunny tomorrow and you can go out and do whatever you want. You never have to wait too long to enjoy a sunny day, at least up in Queensland. And now, when I say that it's dark in Finland, I mean like it's really dark, like pitch black outside often. When you're driving, it's hard to see pedestrians. Like the other night I was pulling into home and there was this pedestrian crossing and they were wearing like full black and no reflectors. And thankfully I just saw them so that I didn't end up plowing through them. Of course though, the Finns usually are very well equipped for winter and everyone is supposed to be wearing their reflectors, which people are pretty good at doing. They look a bit goofy, but they'll probably save your life. Finns are also pretty good at dealing with the cold. I mean, you just have to accept the fact that you're gonna have to wear a lot of layers and have really good warm winter clothes. And it's definitely worth investing in a good jacket, as I've learnt. The one I've got, I almost wear it every day, but it keeps me warm all the time. And of course, when you're indoors in Finland, it's always very warm. Plenty of houses have like floor heating with warm water going under the floors. And then the windows are often like triple paned. The walls, of course, very thick as well. So all the heat stays inside the house. So in conclusion, I definitely think that Finland 100% is a winter wonderland. You do get those dark and gloomy days, but you just got to be prepared for them. You got to know that they're happening. You got to dress right. You got to think right, have the right mindset, and then you just got to embrace it. Look out for all the good things that there are to do in winter. But please let me know in the comments, what do you like doing in winter? I haven't been here that long, so I'm keen to hear what are the things that get you through the short days? What activities do you do outdoors, indoors? Are there any cheap activities? Obviously, you can't go out for a picnic very easily. While you're down there in the comments, don't forget to hit like as well. It really helps me out. And don't forget to hit subscribe and the bell to see my future videos as well. But anyway, thanks heaps for watching this video. And now that the break's done, there'll be plenty of videos coming out in 2020. So get subscribed. I'll see you all in the next video.